Imagine a smartwatch that actually fixes all the biggest complaints people usually have. That's exactly what Google just pulled off with the new Pixel Watch 4. This isn't just another small refresh, it's a full-on course correction with longer battery life, much faster charging, and even repairability. Yes, repairability, because Google finally realized that tossing a $350 gadget in the trash after a cracked screen is not the best idea. And that's why this watch matters. For years, the biggest pain point with smartwatches has been battery life. Most of them can't even survive a full day of heavy use without begging for a charger. But the Pixel Watch 4 is promising up to 2 full days of battery, or even 3 with battery saver. That's a major leap forward, and it changes the way you think about wearing a smartwatch. You won't be tied to a charger every night. And if you do run low, topping it up is ridiculously quick. Just 15 minutes gets you to 50%. That alone puts it ahead of most of the competition. The other big deal is repairability. Previous Pixel watches were basically disposable. Crack the glass, and that was the end of it. Now, the Pixel Watch 4 is fully serviceable. You can replace the screen or battery without throwing the whole thing away. It's smarter for your wallet, and it's a lot less wasteful for the environment. Honestly, this feels like one of those changes that should have been there from the start, but at least it's here now. Google also made sure the hardware itself looks and feels better. The display now gets up to 3,000 nits of brightness, which means you'll have no problem reading it in direct sunlight. The bezels are 16% smaller, so the watch face stretches closer to the edges. And the new domed Actua 360 display gives it a more seamless, stylish look. It's still that clean, minimalist pebble design, but now with a sharper, more premium feel. Performance also gets a boost. Inside, the Pixel Watch 4 runs on Snapdragon's W5 Gen 2 processor, paired with a coprocessor. That combo makes it 25% faster and much more efficient, which explains how Google squeezed out that longer battery life. You also get 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage, which is plenty for apps, music, and updates down the line. And then, there are the features that set it apart. First, dual-band GPS. For runners, especially in cities where tall buildings mess with signal, this is huge. You finally get more reliable tracking. Second, satellite connectivity. This is only available in the US and only on LTE models, but it's still a big deal. If you're off the grid, you can send emergency messages with your location. That's the kind of feature you hope you never need, but you'll be glad it's there if you do. Health and fitness also get a serious upgrade. The watch uses AI-powered activity recognition, which means it can automatically detect and classify your workouts, even if you forget to start tracking. The heart rate sensor is said to be more accurate thanks to software tuning. And for cyclists, you can now stream workouts directly to your phone. Sleep tracking is also improved with 18% better accuracy and a next-gen skin temperature sensor that helps flag when you might be getting sick. But the real standout here is Google's new AI health coach. Think of it as a personal trainer built into your watch. You tell it your goals, your equipment, and your preferences, and it builds a custom plan for you. What makes it special is that it adapts in real time. If you're tired, sick, or just traveling, it adjusts workouts on the fly instead of sticking to a rigid schedule. That's something no static fitness plan can do, and it makes the whole experience feel a lot more personal. On the software side, the Pixel Watch 4 runs Wear OS 6 with Google's Material 3 design. Notifications are easier to glance at, themes match your watch face colors, and the haptics are stronger for crisper feedback. You also get Gemini directly on the watch with Raise to Talk, so you can literally just lift your wrist and ask questions. The only weak spot is the watch faces. They're still pretty plain compared to what Apple and Samsung offer. Hopefully Google spices those up with updates. Now let's talk about price. Google kept it simple. $350 for the 41mm model and $400 for the larger 45mm. LTE is an optional upgrade, but if you go for it, you get 2 years of free watch data included. That's a nice touch. Compared to Samsung's Galaxy Watch 8, the pricing is right on par, but it's still cheaper than the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. The only downside? You can't buy it just yet. Even though Google announced it on August 20th, the Pixel Watch 4 won't actually be available until October 9th. That's a long wait,
especially since anticipation is already building. So here's the bottom line. The Pixel Watch 4 feels like the first version of Google's smartwatch that really nails it. It's brighter, faster, lasts longer, charges quicker, and, finally, doesn't become landfill if you break it. Add in dual-band GPS, satellite connectivity, and that AI-powered health coach, and you've got a watch that genuinely competes with the best from Apple and Samsung. If you've been holding off on buying a Pixel Watch because of battery life, charging issues, or just the fear of breaking it, this is the one to get. Google didn't just patch up the old problems. They fixed them in a way that makes this watch a serious contender. October can't come soon enough. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.